Hello guys, how are you doing? Welcome to LOL Fan Cards. As you probably have recognized, or maybe not, but I'm not Javier or Battousai. My name is Jorge, aka Jorge, and I'm a friend of his. And well, I'm just gonna try to help you guys to introduce to this awesome game that my lovely friend Javier has created. And well, for most of you that have already know the game, you basically know what it is coming from. But for all of you that don't know shit about this game, just saying that this game just started like a card game, like a board game. We're inspiring League of Legends, like a mobile game that everyone in this world has played. However, well, Riot was not very willing to collaborate with us, even though we insisted a lot. But the point is just that we decided, or well, particularly Batu decided to create our own identity, our own philosophy, and create just always inspired and trying to represent that the League of Legends world with our vision. Well guys, this is the result. As you can see here, this is the main interface of the game that at this point is just like an alpha, where some of you have already have access. Sorry by the way about the different issues and bugs that you maybe have encountered. Let's go to the important thing. Here you guys can see this icon. This icon will lead you to the rules of the game that temporarily are just in Spanish, but we are planning to translate them into English, so don't worry. And now we are going to show the different packages, different packs that you can purchase here in the shop, in the store. And at the same time, you also have like an action house that, well, currently is not activated, but you will see some news about this regard. And here you have the missions that will be very useful if you want to gain points in order to have like a better decks and cards. And well guys, here you can, well, we are going to start a game. Here you can see the profile icon that is very similar to League of Legends, where you can choose for the one that you want. But let's start a game. Here as you can observe like the different decks that we have, and we have different modes, but now the ones that we have activated is the AI. Well, this is the Spanish version IA, so no worries. But yeah, let's start the game. Battousai versus AI. Well, this is the main battlefield where we can select like 3 different champions. This is the Nexus, and here we have our deck. You have to take into account that some cards can be repeated, but over the battlefield, over the lines, you can just choose one of the same card. At the same time, we are going to start with Malphite. Now, well, just you can also read the different skills of each one. So, but yeah, let's go with Sona and Katarina. As you can see, these are like the 3 lanes: top, mid, and bot. And in this sense, you can check here the different cards that you have. But yeah, let's go to pass. So now 7 cards have been displayed. Out of these 7 cards, we have to discard 3 of those. But yeah, those are not necessarily have to be like a 3. You can discard between 0 and 3. So well, we have discard like an item, 1 character. But yeah, let's go to the different interface again. As you can see here, you can have like a 3 green lights. Those lights represent the different actions that we have. These actions can be farm, mulligan, and the different actions between the champions. So in this sense, I'm going to do the farming thing. So I'm going to grab a card, and we will steal a card. There is the second action that we talked about, it was mulligan, that we're not very sure if it will be in the game. But for all of you that don't know about what mulligan is, it's just that you start with a new hand of cards. And the third action that we displayed, it is like the one of moving the different characters to different lines. For example, here we have Kata. We can exchange the different lines, so it was in bot and it was to mid, or also it can go to the Nexus, but at the same time it also can confront different characters of the enemy. In this case, this just can be a single action that is just the one that you have in front. At this point, it's not very wise to combat a Caitlyn, but well, these combat rules are gonna be explained in a different video, more in detail. But yeah, let's go. Let's try to tag with this item. Now the different actions are happening, and the result of this game is just that I lose. I lose against her, and the enemy, the IA, will be able to steal 2 cards from me. Don't worry about the different sounds, effects, and so on, because they will be they will be, of course, available, on the final game, the final version. As you can see here, all the 3 green actions were marked in red, and the meaning of that is simple. It's just that we have spent all those actions. However, we didn't want to go further into the combat system, because we want to dedicate a single video with the different rules, conditions, effects, and states of every character. Well, not every character, but in a general vision of that, having the big picture. But talking about the big picture, we are summarizing like the different actions into 3 that in real terms are 6. Like for example, the first one that we mentioned, it was like steal a card. The second action was the make a mulligan, and the third action is just to move a champion to the Nexus or maybe to the another line. Or also a different action could be to exchange positions between champions. But besides that, you always have the actions to attack. Or one action that actually is pretty interesting, it's called event card. When you have these kind of event cards, this will make you to have like a different alternatives when you are in the middle of a fight, or also in an action itself. Let's say, for example, that you have a wounded character, a wounded champion, and you would like to gain his health again. So some of these event cards are able to do that. So at the same time, these cards can change dramatically the game, and that is a very funny thing. But well, summarizing, we just wanted to go through the different actions, not deep so much on the combat, nor the inventory. But don't worry, because we will launch videos explaining more in detail those parts of the game that actually are pretty important. But we just wanted to introduce you briefly what is this project, what we want to get. Of course, you have to consider that this project is just evolving. Every day is evolving way more than the previous one, but we always need your feedback, we always need your suggestions, and even though this is an alpha, it won't take so much time to turn the game into a final version where everyone will be able to play. We will discuss more about that later, but at the same time, we would like to thank you for first watching the video, second playing the game, and if you have any doubt about how to get a alpha key, or how to get the access to different parts of the game, if you have doubts or something like that, we would like also to receive your feedback. So you can actually write on the comments below, or you can send us an email, up to you guys. So well, thank you so much again. George here trying to translate this video to English with my limitations, of course. Luckily, I'm not from New Zealand, but I'm saying that because I always have fun when I say deck in Kiwis, with Kiwis accent. So, well, guys, have a good one. We will see each other soon. See you guys.